You are the average of your 5 closest friends. Although this is not scientific law, it is backed by not only psychology and sociology, but it's also backed by behavioral economics. This is why you are who you surround yourself with. Hello everyone, welcome to Renewable Mind. My name is Damien and this channel is dedicated for those of us who do not want to be average, for those of us who are on a continual personal growth journey and looking to get a little bit better each and every single day. Today's video is going to be dedicated to the concept of you are who you interact with. We have all heard the concept before that you are who you surround yourself with, or even to be rephrased, that show me your 5 closest friends and I'll show you who you are. I'm going to be breaking down exactly why this concept is true. So the first reason is because of the effect of mirror neurons and modeling behavior. So we subconsciously mimic the habits, attitudes, and emotional patterns of those around us. So think of your friends, think of your work colleagues, or even your family. We pick up on their behavioral patterns each and every single day, and we slowly integrate them into our own lives. So if your friends are ambitious, kind, or curious, you are more likely to adopt those traits too. But on the opposite hand, if your friends are negative, if your friends show depressive behavior, anxious behavior, or if your friends partake in bad habits, you are more likely to have those feelings, to partake also in those bad habits. So the next thing is norms and expectations. So when we're talking about expectations, we're talking about behavioral expectations. So the social groups around you create invisible rules. They're going to basically be judging, determining what's cool to you, what's acceptable, and what's worth striving for. So if your friends are up with the latest trendy fashion, for example, that is going to put the expectation on you to also partake in the same trends, in the same fashions. So your friends' values are actually influencing your own expectations. And this also transfers to some things like fitness, career goals, or how you handle conflict. So if your friends are into health and fitness, that is going to be putting more pressure on you into partaking in fitness as well, along with other just socially acceptable behavior. So even things like how you handle conflict are going to be basically determined by the behavior that is acceptable in your social circle. So if your social circle is quiet and timid, obviously then you are going to be more likely to be like them. You're not going to be so outspoken. You're not going to maybe say or do what you feel, because you do not want to be acting outside of your social circle with the fear of judgment if you do so. Next thing is conversations shape thinking. So the topics you discuss most often, whether it be ideas, gossip, dreams, complaints, all these shape your mental diet. And friends who intellectually challenge you or emotionally challenge you, they're going to be expanding your worldview. Whereas if you have friends on the opposite end of the scale, also doing the same thing each and every single day, living the 9 to 5 life, not doing anything so much on the weekend, doing the same repetitive behaviors over and over, you are going to be more likely to behave in that way also. Next, we have motivation and accountability. So your friends can push you to grow or they can keep you stuck. If your circle celebrates wins, if your friends are setting goals, if you are all supporting each other, of course, you are going to be in an environment where you are more likely to thrive. But then on the opposite end of the scale, if you have people around you who are limited in their own patterns, if they are very closed mind thinkers, if they are stuck in a more mundane, doing the same thing each and every single day, each and every single week, these people, if you are wanting to be improving, if you are wanting to improve, if you are on a journey of personal growth, these types of people, the limited mind, the closed off mind thinkers, the repetitive behavioral people, these people are going to be weighing you down and they're going to be absolutely slowing your progress, if at all you are making any, while still around these type of people. So lastly, we have identity and belonging. So whether you realize this or not, we are all often choosing friends who reflect part of ourselves. When we are making friends, we are generally doing this, choosing our friends based off 2 different categories. Category A being people who reflect our own selves, people who reflect our own behaviors. This is why you're often drawn to people with similar interests. And of course, interests can change over time. And that's why you may find you actually lose contact with friends. You may not be as close to a friend at a given time because your interests have changed. The other category that you are choosing friends of are people who you are striving to be. Maybe these people reflect behavioral things that you want to start doing. These are the people, of course, who are going to be helping you grow. You often will find an identity shift. You will often find the most growth when you are picking friends from the category B, because they are helping you change. They are helping you shift to a different identity. They are helping you grow as a person. And over time, of course, those shared traits are deepening. They are creating more of a connection with a certain person. And that is going to be also reinforcing your sense of self. I would be very interested to hear from you down in the comments below. Have you had a major shift in friend groups over the past 5-10 years? Me your experiences down in the comments below. I would love to hear and see them. I also would like to know if you are feeling stuck at the moment. Do you feel like your friends are not in your best interest at the moment? Are your friends holding you back? Share that in the comments down below. Just remember, of course, this is not destiny. You are not a carbon copy of your friends, and you can still choose to evolve beyond your current social circle. But just remember, the influence is real and the influence is powerful. So if you need to break free, you need to have your own best self-interest at heart. Thank you for watching, everyone. Hit the like button if you enjoyed this video. If you haven't already, hit the subscribe button and keep up with my weekly videos here at Renewable Mind. See you next time.